Old denim jacket on your chair, Polaroids curling at the edge. We were just kids in your parents' kitchen, talking forever, making big plans. You drew our names in wet cement, said this will last, it's permanent. I wore your sweater every summer, like you could keep the years from changing us. I tried to fit inside the shape you needed, folding every corner of my heart. But every time I looked into the mirror, I was watching my reflection fall apart. I finally chose myself without feeling guilty, letting go of every version you made me be. You were my home until I learned I could leave and still breathe, and still be. I finally chose myself and it didn't kill me. Walked out of the past, left our ghosts on the shelf. You were my first, but this time I finally chose myself. We grew up quiet, then too fast. You chased careers, I chased the past. Held on to rings we never purchased, like promises you never meant to keep. Your mother still asks how I've been. I smile and say I'm different. I don't defend the girl who stayed every time you walked away from me. I used to trace your name in every margin, lose my voice so yours could fill the room. But every lonely hour in your shadow taught me how to step into my own truth. I finally chose myself without feeling guilty, letting go of every version you made me be. You were my home until I learned I could leave and still breathe, and still be. I finally chose myself and it didn't kill me. Walked out of the past, left our ghosts on the shelf. You were my first, but this time I finally chose myself. All of our summers, all of that rain, live in a box at the back of my brain. I don't regret you, I don't erase. You're just a chapter that taught me my name. I finally chose myself without feeling guilty. All of the weight that I carried is off of me. You were my home until I learned I could leave and still breathe and still be. I finally chose myself and it feels like freedom. Turned from your door, found a life somewhere else. You were my first, but not my last. I finally chose myself. I finally chose myself. We were sleeping on the floor, posters peeling off the wall, stealing all our parents' words like we understood it all. Hand-me-down September coat, ink hearts on the inside sleeve, said we never ever change. Funny what you come to believe. Growing up and forgiving myself for who I was, for how I felt, all the sharp words, all the soft lies, every goodbye I didn't get right. I was only trying to be somebody you wanna see. Growing up and forgiving myself for who I was when I loved you well. forgiving myself for who I was, for how I felt. Every wrong turn, every lost night, every I'm fine, hiding all the fight. I was only trying to be something more than history. Growing up meant forgiving myself for who I was when I learned to love. Old coat hanging by the door, faded hearts along the seam. I trace every crooked line and finally feel them leave me clean. I remember that small blue kitchen, you laughing at the way I danced. Half of me was always missing, still I called it a second chance. I kept shrinking to fit your silence, learned your weather, forgot my sky. You said love was just surviving, so I swallowed my own lie. I rebuilt myself from the pieces you never noticed, all the quiet colors you were never gonna see, from the words I hid and the tears I dried in your bed at midnight. I made a home in the heart you left empty. I rebuilt myself from the pieces you never noticed, every crack reflection turning into something true. Now when I look back, I don't reach for what is broken. I'm standing in a life I learned to build beyond you. Took your sweater off the doorway, donated every almost plan. Called my mother just to tell her I'm becoming my own friend. Found the cafe on the corner, sat alone and stayed till close. Wrote a list of who I'm choosing, put my own name at the top. I rebuilt myself from the pieces you never noticed, all the quiet colors you were never gonna see, from the words I hid and the tears I dried in your bed at midnight. I made a home in the heart you left empty. I rebuilt myself from the pieces you never noticed, every crack reflection turning into something new. Now when I look back, I don't wish for what is broken. I'm living in a story where the ending isn't you. Some days I still hear your footsteps in the hallways of my mind. Oh, but I walk past every doorway, leave your ghost there far behind. You were a chapter, not the ending. You were a lesson, not my fate. All the love I kept pretending, I now give it to the girl I saved. I rebuilt myself from the pieces you never noticed, all the hidden colors finally breaking through the gray, from the words I write and the laugh that's mine on a Sunday morning. I made a world where I am choosing who can stay. I rebuilt myself from the pieces you never noticed, every fraction moment turning into something true. I learned I was never just the way that you had held me. I'm whole inside a life I had to build beyond you. Used to shrink myself just to fit inside your frame. Every dream I had to carry your last name. Gave you every color, you kept painting me the same. I was holding on to a story that had changed. You called it love, but it felt like losing. Every choice I made, you were always choosing. Now I see the lines that I crossed to prove it. I won't do it, won't do it. Love felt real until I learned my own worth. Thought I needed you to tell me I came first. Now I'm dancing in the space you left in my world. I don't miss you, I just miss who I was before I knew what it meant to get hurt. Love felt real until I learned my own worth. Funny how the silence started sounding like relief. I can hear my heartbeat under all your old beliefs. Clearing out the closet, hanging out the blasphemy. I will never fold just to keep somebody pleased. You called it fate, but it felt like waiting. Always second place in a game you're playing. Now I see the cost of the love I gave, and I'm not paying, not paying. Love felt real until I learned my own worth. Thought I needed you to tell me I came first. Now I'm dancing in the space you left in my world. I don't miss you, I just miss who I was before I knew what it meant to get hurt. Love felt real until I learned my own worth. I'm not bitter, I'm not bitter, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter, I'm just better. Yeah, I can read the signs. You a chapter, not the cover of this life of mine. If you see me shining brighter, that's my own design. I'm not looking back this time. Love felt real until I learned my own worth. Now I look at me and put myself first. I'm still dancing in the space you left in my world. I don't miss you, I just love who I am. Every scar turned into strength in the dirt. Love felt real until I learned my own worth. You were drawing on my sneakers, hearts and halos in blue ink. We were laughing at the future like it was some old faded thing. In a down November jacket, smelled like fires and school bus rain. How were we so light and fragile, carrying that heavy ache? Every street we cross still knows our names. Every photograph I lived a frame. We were young, but the memories stay. Older than us, older than us. They grew up first while we were still afraid of calling it love, calling it love. We were just kids trying on forever. Too small for the word, too big for the summer. We were young, but the memories stay. Older than us. I still see your mother's kitchen, cherry magnets, crooked blinds. the plans we never finished, still stacked in a dusty drawer. Funny how the smallest moments turn into 1,000 doors. Every road we left comes back in dreams. Every quiet night rewinds that scene. Slammed the door on something tender, walked away like it was school. But time has a way of turning pain into grace. Now I wear those days like a line on my face. We were young, but the memories stay. Older than us, older than us. They learned our names before we learned to say I'm sorry, I trust, I'm enough. We were just hearts hiding in the daylight, too loud to forget, too soft to erase. We were young, but the memories stayed. Older than us, older than us. You left your hoodie on my chair, coffee cup, your name still there. I kept your ghost in every room, like maybe you were coming soon. But every night I rehearsed what I would say, till I realized you don't get the final page. I stopped chasing closure and started choosing peace. Stop replaying stories just to bleed. You don't get to tell me who I'll be. I stopped chasing closure and started choosing peace. Turned all of your echoes to release. Now the quiet finally sounds like me. I found your letters in a drawer, read the first, then read no more. I lit a candle, let it burn, watched our always twist and turn. I gave back every promise that you broke, took my power from the words I never spoke. I stopped chasing closure and started choosing peace. Stop replaying stories just to bleed. You don't get to tell me who I'll be. I stopped chasing closure and started choosing peace. Turned all of your echoes to release. Now the quiet finally sounds like stopped chasing closure and started choosing peace. Let the broken pieces fall for me. You don't get to tell me who I'll be. I stopped chasing closure, choosing peace. Turned all of your echoes to release. In the silence, I remember me. Paper cups on the dashboard. First car, first taste of leaving town. You traced hearts in the fogged up window. Said, promise me you'll write this down. All those late July confessions, Polaroids and plastic sleeves, faded names on the backs of strangers. Somehow you were everything to me. We were a chapter, not the whole story. Half-finished lines in the margins of glory. Young and reckless, thought we'd last forever. Two kid heroes in borrowed sweaters. And now when I turn those pages slowly, I see your name and it still warms me. We were a chapter, not the whole story, but you're written deep inside of me. College calls in your boxed up bedroom. Your mom cried in the hallway light. You left notes in the drawers I emptied, little jokes that still read right. You moved on and I kept driving, different cities, different schemes, but you're there in the laugh I'm faking, in the way I still chase dreams. We were a chapter, not the whole story. Half-finished lines in the margins of glory. Young and stubborn, thought we knew the ending. Love like fire, too bright for mending. Now and I turn those pages slowly, I see your name and it still calms me. We were a chapter, not the whole story, but you're written deep inside of me. I don't want you back, that's not it. Oh no, I just miss who we were back then. Passing notes in the backs of movies, learning how to lose and love again. We were a chapter, not the whole story. Dog-eared dreams, all the ink still stormy. You were my first always, said so surely, held me close like the last train early. Now when I turn those pages slowly, I smile and ache for us softly. We were a chapter, not the whole story, but you're written deep inside of me. Inside of me. Inside of me. You left your hoodie on my chair, faded logo, single tear. I kept it hanging there for months like proof that we were once enough. I replayed every hallway fight, every almost, every quiet night. Felt my fingers holding on to something already gone. I learned that letting go can be the bravest form of love. To bless you as you walk away, instead of trying to hold you up, I folded all our yesterdays and slipped them in a drawer above. I learned that letting go coffee cup, the chip blue rim, sat in the sink, I swore that's him. Wildflowers on the windowsill, turned to paper, standing still. I used to chase a perfect end, now I just hope you heal, my friend. It's strange how wishing you the best means stepping back from what we had. I learned that letting go can be the bravest form of love, to bless you as you find yourself, and not demand you stay for us. I packed away our yesterdays, but kept the way you taught me trust. I learned that letting go can be the bravest form of love, the bravest form of love. Some nights I almost call your name, then I remember how we changed. You're in my story either way, just on a different page. I'm softer now, I'm standing straighter. I lost you, I found me later, and every time I rise above, I feel that quiet kind of love. I learned that letting go can be the bravest form of love, to thank you for the things we were, and I resent what we're not now. Carry all our yesterdays, let's light instead of a weight somehow. I learned that letting go can be the bravest form of love, the bravest form of love, the bravest form of love, the bravest form of love. You called at 2 a.m., name on my phone still shakes me. I let it ring and fade like all the things you never gave me. I walked the hallway so touched every frame I'm missing. It's quieter these days, but I can hear my own heart listening. Sometimes silence says what apologies never could. All the words are twist, don't land the way you think they should. I don't need a sorry spoken just to ease or guilt. Sometimes silence says what apologies never could, and I'm choosing me for once, like I always said I would. I drove past your shade, parked by the corner store, sat in the driver's seat, didn't feel you anymore. Thought I would break in two, but I just breathed and stayed. Guess healing's not a moment, it's 100 little days. Sometimes silence says what apologies never could. You can't keep your lines rehearsed and polished, misunderstood. could, and I'm choosing me for once, choosing me the way you never would. Ever would. Used to trace my value in your changing moods, walking on your feelings like a tightrope. Smooth, you kept moving the mirror, slow it down my face, till I learned your fingers love the backspace. Ay, every little dig you threw, I kept folding into truth, but I'm done shrinking in your view. Watch what I do, I wrote my name again after you tried to erase it, bold in the margin, right where you would have replaced it. I'm not your almost, not your scribble mistake. I wrote my name again, and it's one you don't get to change. You'd underline my flaws, call it honest care, teach me how to be small, say that life's unfair. Now I sign my own plans on a brand new page, spill a little sunlight on the parts you cage. Every story that you told had me stuck inside your role, but I broke out of that control. I'm on a roll. I wrote my name again after you tried to erase it, bold in the margin, right where you would have replaced it. I'm not your almost, not your scribble mistake. I wrote my name again, and it's one you don't get to change. Don't get to change. Step by step I'm walking forward, no rewinds, no sinking back. You're a chapter, I'm the author, watch me turn the page at last. All those sorries I kept saving, I released them, let them go. I don't regret the time I gave you, it just showed me my own glow. I wrote my name again after you tried to erase it, bright like a headline where you thought you could replace it. I'm not your almost, not your scribble mistake. I wrote my name again, and it's one you don't get to change. I wrote my name again, clear and unafraid. If you're looking for your edit, find another page.